All right, guys, picture this. It's January 1st, and you're filled with excitement because it's the new year. And you know what comes with the new year? Yep, a new version of yourself. A better version of yourself where you strive to create some sort of change that will improve your life. Maybe you told yourself that you want to work out consistently so that you could get a better physique and feel more comfortable in your own skin. Or that you'd eat healthy consistently so that you could get more energy, melt some fat off, and could think more clearly. Or that you'd be more productive consistently so that you start hitting your goals and feel better about where your life is going. Well, in any case, let me guess what happened. You probably started off super strong and were crushing whatever it is that you told yourself you'd do. And when you got to this point, you probably felt pretty amazing about yourself. Then one day you were tired, or you weren't motivated, or you told yourself that you've been doing a good job and that you deserve a rest day or you deserve a break. Then you decided to take one day off. Then that day turned into another and another until you found yourself back into your old self-sabotaging patterns of procrastination, self-doubt, and not doing the things that will improve your life. Then a few months later, you repeat the same exact process again. Now, if any of the story sounds familiar to you, then you might even end up feeling weak, drained, and hopeless because no matter how badly you want to change your life, the change, it never happens or it never comes. But what you need to realize is that this all started because you're relying on willpower and motivation to change your actions and behaviors. But your willpower and motivation, they're actually a finite resource. Think about your willpower at the beginning of the day versus the end. You're so much more strong-willed when you're energized. But as your energy depletes or as the day goes on, so does your willpower and motivation. And look, I don't even need to elaborate on this or expand on this. You can look at your own life and see that what you've been doing hasn't been working for you. Otherwise, you would already have the life that you want. Now, if you want to discover how to actually create real and substantial and everlasting change in your life so that you successfully hit your goals, your dreams, and your ambitions, then what you need to do is reprogram your brain. You basically have two parts of your brain, or two main parts, I should say. You have the left or conscious part, and then you have the right or subconscious part. Now, basically 90 to 95% of the decisions that you make in your entire day, they're actually made with your subconscious mind. Now, I know that probably seems pretty crazy here, but to really exemplify this or bring this point home, I want you to think back to one of those times where after work, you're probably driving home in traffic and you zone out for like 5 or 10 minutes and then you zone back in and you're like either pulling off the freeway or you're pulling up into your home and you're like, wait, how did I get here? I wasn't even conscious or aware of what was going on. Well, you got there because of how your subconscious mind is programmed. But you might be wondering, how does your subconscious mind get you to take action? How did it get you home? And the answer is through your habits. Now, when you tell yourself that you're going to change your actions and behaviors, you're using your conscious mind. But you've already made it a habit of not doing what you told yourself you'd do. So basically, your brain gets into something that I call the brain battle. Over here, you have your conscious mind telling you to make some sort of change. Then on this side, you have your subconscious mind telling you not to change. Now, which one of these parts of your brain do you think wins this battle? Yep, it's your subconscious mind or the habits that it has created, which is why you always fall back into your old patterns and ruts. Now, it kind of sucks because the entire motivational industry, they're feeding us lies. They're telling us that all it takes to stick to our word is willpower and motivation. But as you've already discovered, no amount of willpower or motivation will overcome how your brain is programmed. The scariest part is the longer you wait to acquire the mind of a conqueror, the harder it will be. But the reality is that acquiring the mind of a conqueror will do much more than enable you to stick to your word and create real change and real impact in your life. It will transform you into a high-performing beast where you obliterate every obstacle life throws at you. And it will even enable you to conquer your emotions and attitude so that every day you wake up, you're happier, more confident, and more capable than the day before. In fact, let me tell you why I know that acquiring the mind of a conqueror will take your life to the next level. When I was 21 years old, I was viciously stabbed in the throat, chest, and arm. And it's super crazy to think about because the knife was one of those chef knives where the blade gets bigger, closer to the handle, the blade went extremely deep in my arm. Then I was stabbed in the chest, and that stab, it actually punctured my lung, and then that knife went halfway through my throat, which should have killed me, and at the bare minimum, at least have taken my voice away forever. Now, while I survived, I woke up 7 days later from an induced coma. I was literally living off tubes. Like, if you unplug those tubes, you unplugged my life. And while I was grateful to even be alive, I had lost the ability to use my legs. And I remember the first time I tried standing up, my legs didn't work. They couldn't even support my own weight. And on top of it, I had nerve damage in my tongue that prevented my tongue from going up, down, and to the right. And ultimately, that disabled my ability to pronounce words and sounds. And on top of it, I lost all my muscle, energy, and mental alertness. Simple tasks like going up to go to use a bathroom, it felt like running a marathon. But the worst part was what happened to me mentally. My confidence disappeared like a quarter in a magic show. In my head, it was plagued with negative thoughts and self-doubt. It felt like I really didn't even know who I was anymore, and that I had lost my purpose in life. And no matter how hard I tried to do the things that would improve my life and get me back to a functional state, I never could stick to my word to do them. I remember I first started to try working out again, and I tried eating healthy again, but I'd constantly get in a battle with myself, an internal battle. And I'd lose to this battle, and because of this, I stopped progressing in life, and I stopped hitting my goals, and that made me feel even worse about where I'd become and where my life was going. But it was in this moment that I realized I had two options. Option one was to quit and to give up on my potential, my dreams and my aspirations, and ultimately, my life. Now, option two was to fight for my potential. And I decided to go with that second path. I began studying ancient journals on brain science and transformational psychology. I discovered ways to unlock the secrets of our brain that enable us to become high-performing beasts. Every day, I woke up more ambitious, happy, and confident than the day before. I rose with laser focus, ready to conquer the day. I accomplished more in one day than I used to in an entire week. Guys, fast forward 4 years, and here I am in front of you in this exact moment, running a business around my passion to help other people, other ambitious men that are like you. I help them rewire their bodies and brains into a powerhouse so that they obliterate every obstacle life throws at them. Not to mention, I have my dream body, and I simply feel, look, and think better than I ever have. And it's because of this that I know acquiring the mind of a conqueror will enable you to break out of the shackles that have been keeping your life trapped. It'll help you delete your negative thoughts, your self-doubt, your procrastination, and your inability to be productive. Now, the reality is that acquiring the mind of a conqueror was just the first step to me becoming the best possible version of myself. Because I also discovered specific workouts and certain foods that enabled me to think as clearly as the guy in Limitless, to attain the energy of a kid, and to pack on powerful muscle while simultaneously melting fat effortlessly. And actually, I put all of this knowledge on evolution, biology, and psychology into a proven and powerful 3-step system, the New Era of Health 3-step system. And if you want to learn more about this system and how it brought me from the brink of death to really just rewiring my body and brain into a powerhouse, then what I want you to do is go ahead and click the link around this video.